Hello, everybody. Oh my goodness. Hopefully, y'all can hear me okay. I'm trying to see if we're streaming on all the platforms. It doesn't look like it. But let me see. Let me see. It says we're live over here, but it's not streaming over there. But anyways, how you guys doing? Listen, hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Yes, I see the error now. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. And let's see, we're gonna stop that. I don't think I can add it now. Nope, I can't. It's too late. That's okay. It's fine. But we are streaming on multiple platforms. It has been a minute since I have been with you guys. So even if we don't have somebody joining live, I get it because I ain't been around. But I'm excited to be here. Excited for the journey. The journey has been just phenomenal. And man, I've just got a lot of stuff that's been happening. But on today, we're going to be specifically discussing how I made money on a speaking stage. And I want to show you guys how to be able to also get to the bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you get to the money? How do you get to that income that you all deserve to be at? Oh, I see what I just did here. Hold up. How I made $70,000 on one stage. Okay, so let's go ahead and go live. We're gonna put that here because I'm not live in the Facebook group. I'm live on YouTube though. So if you guys can hear me on YouTube or if you're watching the replay, just go ahead and put that in the chat. Let me know as well. And then we should be able to, let's see here, just making sure. All right. I think it's going live now in the group. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about how I was literally able to get to $70,000 off of one stage. But I'm also going to show you guys like how you really want to set yourself up for the whole year to make money when you are speaking on these stages. Now, if this is your first time ever hearing me speak, my name is Taria Vision Avant. I live currently in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm originally from Virginia, though, Hampton, Virginia, born and raised. Background in computer science. I am a big techie nerd. I like gadgets and softwares and things like that. Me speaking on stages was never something that I ever wanted to do. Just being very transparent right now. Okay. Like I never ever saw myself speaking on stages. So the fact that I have been able to get on stages and earn seven figures in this space is phenomenal for me, right? It's phenomenal. And so I want to talk with you guys on how you can do the same thing as well. But it's all about strategy too, right? So, what I do as far as professionally is we work with a specific audience, okay? So, many of our clients have either been able to really, of course, it's not going to stream in a Facebook group either. I mean, just the disrespect. The disrespect. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do like this. It's been so long since I've streamed, y'all. I don't even know if I did it right, but that's okay. We're gonna do like this, and I'm gonna go into the Facebook group and say, "Join me live, everybody." You know what I'm saying? By the way, Facebook groups are still popping. I highly recommend y'all get on them. And then also, I'm about to post the same thing on Threads. Threads is really popping. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my YouTube channel and post this YouTube video and see how that do. But while that's pulling up, if you can hear me, do me a favor. If you know anybody that wants to be able to be a profitable speaker, that means getting on stages and wants to be able to make money speaking on those stages, definitely just drop them this link because I'm going to give some really, really good information today. And I hope that I can change a lot of your perspectives on understanding speaking today and how it really works today. Okay. So, anyways, okay, here we go. Boop. And okay. All right, cool. So we are here. And if you have any, let me check on YouTube just to make sure I can leave a comment. Testing. Okay, cool. All right. And then I'm going to share it with my BPC members. Hey. Okay. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so yes, it pulled up, and I see that there are more people watching. So perfect. So let's get into this. So now, for years, I have worked with all types of business owners, but specifically who we're serving right now are going to be individuals who have been able to have a tremendous amount of success in either the corporate space or the business space. So maybe you've been in corporate for over 20 plus years. You've been able to climb that ladder. You've had success there. You've made, over six plus figures. And now you want to help other people to do the same thing, but you're not sure how to really do that. Like, how can I get out there and show other people? And maybe it's not showing them how to do what you've done, but where you've kind of grown a passion for, right? But you don't want to leave that six-figure salary, right? That's one of the biggest challenges of many of the clients that we deal with. Or you have been able to really have a successful business, and now you want to be able to share how to do what you've done to other people, right? So you want to be able to create a platform for yourself, your brand of who you are, and you're not sure of how to do it. And so a lot of people confuse me with a publisher. I'm not a book publisher. Also confusing me and I'm gonna start telling people, like, don't call me a book coach. I'm not a book coach. That's not what we do. Our goal here, with what we're building in the Book Rich Profits Club community, is not just a whole lot of authors selling a lot of books. In fact, that's the last goal. Like, the goal is, when you come with us, is to not sell a lot of books, because that takes a lot of work, right? The goal is to show you guys how to use your books to sell a lot. And I know that some people might say, well, I wrote the book because I wanted to change lives. One thing I can tell you is that people respect that of what they pay for. Okay. Period. If you want to change lives, you also have to create transactions. Okay. And so, what they say, the transformation doesn't take place until the transaction happens. So do not be afraid to use money for exactly what it was created for. And money was used to invest into transformations, into receiving results, et cetera, et cetera. Now, with that stated, I have been blessed to speak on stages, not just in the United States, but in multiple countries. I've spoken in front of 5 people before, and I've spoken in front of over 10,000 people. And I'm going to tell you guys, one of the most lucrative ways to grow or quickest ways to grow your business, on a lucrative scale, is speaking on more stages, period. I just got off of a blueprint session with a young lady today, and incredible blueprint session, by the way. She is amazing. And I won't tell you all the stuff we went over, but what I will tell you, hey Jenna, how you doing, boo? Stay on, honey. I got some tea for you. Clock the tea, clock the tea. Okay. But what I will tell you is that in our blueprint session, one of the things, that we were discussing, it was like how she wants to market herself. And a lot of times when people come to us, that have been able to hit levels of success, they're thinking of low hanging fruit marketing. Okay, well, I want to create, and this is not, I'm not calling what she wanted to do low hanging fruit, because her podcast is going to be amazing. She wants to launch a podcast, yes, but that takes time to build up. Or hey, how many times should I post on social media? Y'all, let me tell you something. I did not get into this business to be an influencer. No disrespect to anybody who is building their business as an influencer. But for me, and for the way that my life is set up, I don't really like to be on social media posting all day long. So I didn't get into business so that I would be having to post 100 times a day. I don't have it. I don't have the time. I don't want to do it. That's not my thing. What I do want to do is I want to transform lives. And so I was telling her is that those are great, but a lot of times people think that that's what's going to build their business, and it is not. Right now, what I want you guys to understand is, if you want to make more money in 2026, period, point blank, end of story, what you need to be focusing on is getting on more stages. Okay? Period. Hey, Tiffany, right? Ain't nobody got time for that. Let me see. Do I got that joint on here? Let me see. Let me see. Do I got it on here? Let me see. I don't see it. Dog it. I was gonna put my little sound effects on. But yeah, nobody has time to be on social media all day long. Now there's some people who love it, and no shade. I don't. I don't love it. I'm not doing it. Okay, so anyways, back to what I was stating. So you need to be on more stages. Period, guys. Like, seriously, like, if your number one marketing goal for this year should be how many platforms are you getting on. Now, before you market yourself, of course, you've got to have some kind of strategy in place. You got to know what you're marketing, you got to know what you're promoting and things of that nature. But the truth is this, ladies and gentlemen, do you want to make more money this year? Get in front of new people, posting on Facebook. Hey, Evelyn, how you doing, beautiful? Posting on Facebook to the same people who didn't even buy the book in the first place is not marketing. And I want to also say this as well. Unfortunately, if you are not willing to pay to play on these social media platforms, they're not going to put you in front of all the people who follow you. And that's even if you pay. How about this? Even when you pay to play, they are still, you might have 5,000, 10,000, 100,000 followers. When you put a post out on social media, it is a 100% guaranteed they are not about to show all of your posts to everybody who has made a decision to follow you. It's stupid to me. Like, honestly, it is so stupid. We push, 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 push. And I'm not saying what we're doing is stupid. I'm just saying it's so stupid. Why would you even allow us to have all these followers if you're not going to make sure they can see our posts, right? And I also want you to think about it like this, because all of us probably follow thousands of people too. So it's not even possible. Like, in a day, you're not about to see every single person that you follow on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Threads, on Instagram, on TikTok. You do not have enough time in the day to actually see all of the posts of all the people that you follow. And so the same goes for when people follow you, they're not seeing it. Hey, DeHaven, what's going on, my love? How are you doing, DT? Okay, does that make sense, everyone? And so if you want to make more money this year, I'm telling you guys, it is, I get around women and men who make, but specifically, it's been more women that I've gotten across, and I'm sure I'm going to meet more men, but I specifically have been around women within the past couple of weeks who make multiple seven figures, and their following on social media is like 5,000 people. One of the women that I invested into in coaching, right? Nobody sees you on Facebook. Yeah, and by the way, social media is changing so much anyways. One of the women that I invested into her coaching program, her mastermind program, her mastermind program or inner circle program was $25,000. And if I can be transparent, y'all, I invested 25K. And when I invested into it, I realized that in the group, I was probably making the most money of every one of the clients. Like, everything that she was teaching us how to do, I was already doing. But really, I didn't invest the 25K just because I wanted to learn. I invested because I wanted to be in proximity of other people who are investing that type of money. But the truth is, most of the people that had invested into that particular program, they were just getting started. They really didn't even know what they wanted to do. So I still learned. I got one thing from the program, which I always make it my business to, when I invest into something, what's the one thing that I can take away? But I'm at the point of my life where right now, a lot of the investments that I'm making when it comes to like events and masterminds and stuff is really to be in proximity of people who got money. I'm just being honest. Like, I just want to be around wealthy people. Like, I don't want to be around people who are telling me that they trying to get in for free before 11 o'clock. I want to be around the people that's telling me, oh, I just invested $150,000 for a weekend retreat. I was talking to, we just had Ashley Ann, not just, but she came to our New Year, New You. And she was telling us how she went to a weekend mastermind event. And it was supposed to be this woman that was supposed to be coming, and I forgot her name, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. But she said that that it was only about 20 to 30 people at this event. It was a very intimate event. Come to find out, for the woman that was supposed to have been coming, her fee was $100,000 to come and speak for this mastermind group, about 30 people. And so I was like, $100,000. I was like, okay, well, how much did you pay? Because I needed it, because god dang. And she was like, oh, I paid $60,000 to go to this event. Like, this is the type of people I'm trying to be around. Like, I don't want to be around free before 11. I don't want to be around, can you give me a discount? I don't want to be around. So sometimes if you want to increase your bottom line, you've got to be willing to invest to be in the proximity of people who have wealth and abundance thinking. Does that make sense? So with that stated, a lot of people on social media too, no disrespect to social media, It's probably not even your client base. They may not even be like the ones that are on Facebook all day long, scrolling 9 times out of 10, depending upon who your audience is, they may not even be the audience that you want to serve. So I'm just telling you, if you are ready to make more money in 2026, period, point blank, end of story, your visibility is going to be important on different platforms. We need to be speaking on more stages. I need to know what next stage are you going to be speaking on? What stage are you going to be speaking on? Because that's what's important to me. I don't care about another social media post that you put out there. I don't care about another what else we be striving to get. Another bestsellers campaign that you putting out there. I don't care about none of that. I need to know what stage are you going to be on, or what magazine is going to be talking to you about you. Absolutely. Yes, Ty, proximity is everything, right? I need to know what article is somebody going to be putting out about you that you can then print out the article, repurpose it to share to other people. That's what I need to know. Because until they start talking about you, until other people have you on their platforms, things of that nature, guys. I mean, honestly, who cares about how many followers I got on Instagram? None of them see my posts, right? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care how many followers I got on TikTok. I'm anybody that I know that is a big TikToker that makes a lot of money on TikTok. Guess how many times they on TikTok a day? All the time. I know a young lady right now. She makes a lot of money on TikTok. She's one of the top TikTokers, right? Her TikTok platform has grown massively. But in order for her to maintain her income, like in order for her to maintain, listen to me, y'all, for her income to stay where it is, she's got to be on TikTok like 3 times a day live. And then she's posting constantly throughout the day. If she misses a day or two, her income drops dramatically. Who trying to live by that kind of stress? No, get me on one stage where I can walk away with $50,000 in sales, or $70,000 or $100,000 in sales. Get me on the stage. Hello? So who ready to get into this? Like how I was able to get on one stage and it turned into $70,000. Does anybody want to know that? If you do, I just want you to put I do in the chat. And also, if you are interested in being on more stages and you want some assistance, you want to learn how to be a part of our community, my website, howtospeakonmorestages.com, is where you want to go. How to speak on more stages. I'm going to drop this in the chat. I probably need to update the training, but it's going to get you started. Okay. How to speak on more stages.com. It's going to get you started. Okay. It's been a minute. We've been doing so much with the merger of Book Rich Profits Club, y'all. Like Book Rich Profits Club, one of the fastest growing communities for high level speakers and coaches, like period. Okay. So anyways, yes, Tiffany is the only one who wants the tea. Okay. So only Tiffany wants the information. Everybody else just up here lurking. I'm messing with y'all. Praise be. Listen, let me tell you something. Okay. Roy says he wants it too. Let me tell you something about being a coach as well. Brian says this all the time. My business partner, Brian. By the way, I love my business partners. I do. I love Ash and I love Brian. And I'm so grateful for my business partners. They're just amazing. But one of the things that me and Brian always talk about is that the reason why a lot of times people are afraid to go live, the reason why a lot of times people are afraid to launch the workshop, the reason why a lot of people are afraid to launch the program and things like that is because of the fear of starting too small. Let me tell you something. As long as I live and breathe, my mission on this world is to impact the lives of over 10 million men and women in mind, body, and soul. And in order for me to tackle 10 million, I got to start with one. So even if it's just one person that listens to this live stream today and their life is impacted and they go off and impact 100,000 people, that connects to my 10 million. So I don't never worry about numbers. If it's one person watching me on this live stream, or maybe it's 5 people watch the replay, I don't give a hoot nanny poop. I've been doing this for over 10 years. I am certified. I am stamped and approved. I know what I'm talking about, right? And so I don't do this for the likes. I don't do this for the views. I do this for the transformation and impact. Amen. All right. Amen. 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 Let's give it up for that. I lost all my little sound effects, y'all, because I used to have all the sound effects on here. Let me see. Is it up here? I don't think none of them up here, child. I got to work on my sound effects and bring them back, but that's okay. Oh, here we go. Is there, let me see. Oh, look at that. Here we go. Hey, I think I got some of them back on here. Let me see. Where they at? There they go. Oh, I'm excited. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this. And so the first thing that I want you guys to understand from this event, and I'm going to ask you guys a question down the line of how I was like, how many people do you think that was at this event? But from this event, so let me share what I did. Let me share what I did. Let me share what I did. Hold up. Hey, where my book at? Of course, I would not have a copy of my book down here. I got everybody else's book but mine. The one that I want to show y'all. Well, this ain't the book I'm referencing, but I'm gonna use this as an example because this is one of my books, the 10K book. Which, by the way, I have a new book that is coming out. It's called from book to booked, book to booked, and it's all about leveraging a book so that you can get on the platforms. And so that book is coming out within the next month or so. And so if you're interested in big, oh, get my money coming out of it. I'll talk to you guys about this too. But it's coming out and I'm looking for some people to be a part of it. But I got so many other things that I need to check off the list before I put that book out there because y'all gonna kill me if I launch another book. And we got one book that's coming out called The Overcoming, a collaboration book and all that. So anyways, so let's talk about the book. So the reason why I encourage every single one of you guys that want to be able to make more money in your business that you need to have a book is not because I care about you selling books. I do not care about how many books you sell. That is irrelevant. You do listen, it's going to be very difficult to become a multimillionaire just from selling books. And by the way, anybody that I know that has ever become a multimillionaire that is a top selling author, even if it's a New York bestseller, they don't just sell books. They don't just sell books, okay? So when we're working with people, the goal is not that you just, yes, let the church say amen. Yes, everybody, let the church say amen. We will be collecting an offering at the end of this. So I just want you, everybody to know. I'm joking. This is all free. But the truth is that we don't write books to sell books. And we also don't write books to just focusing on getting the books into people's hands. Like if y'all think that's what Book Rich Profits Club does, y'all, that is not it. We're not, people be messaging me all the time talking about, you've inspired me to write a book. That is a blessing. But that's not what I do. A book is a marketing tool. So if I've only inspired you to write the book, then you've missed the whole thing, right? That's not the goal. The goal is not to be an author. The goal is to leave legacy. The goal is to leave impact. Are y'all with me? Like y'all picking up what I'm putting down? And so this becomes a marketing tool. So anyway, so I got a chance to speak at this event. And this event had individuals at the event, they had invested just to be in attendance. To this event, they invested $500 starting at price. So starting at $500, they invested. What's going on, Shanita and Keisha? What up, though? So they invested $500. Many of them actually invested a little bit more than that because they were VIPs and stuff like that. But the starting price, like the entry level ticket for this 1 day event, where we be out here trying to charge $50 for a 1 day event, people pay $500 to come to this event. Also, another thing I found out is that about 90% of the audience did not even live in that state. So not only did they start off with a $500 ticket, but they also had to buy a flight. They also had to buy a hotel ticket. They had to spend just at minimum, at least most of them spent at least about $1,000 to $1,500 to be there for a 1 day event. Now, first question I want to ask the class is this a quality audience that we're in front of? Is this a quality audience? Because this is the thing. Get me in front of the people who are quality, not the quantity. I don't want to go to it. This is no disrespect. I don't want to go to not nobody else's lunch meeting that's free for all attendees. I wanted to make it free so that everybody could afford to come. That is called the give back. But for right now, for me and my household, we trying to get back. We trying to get back. When we get to the get back, we're going to do the give back. But for now, I don't want to go to nobody free luncheon. I'm going to the luncheon where the women and the men can afford my services. Yes or yes, right? And so I asked, I said, Angie's in the house. What up, boo? Hi, I love you. I owe you a call. Yeah, they paid to be in the room. Right? We want to go to all these networking events and join all these associations. And I'm not saying don't join the associations because you should, but also I realize who my client base is. My client base is they not at the free events. They at the golf tournament that costs $5,000 to be at. That's my clients. They at the event where I just went to an event not the other day. The guy he running for a political seat to be in the room. You had to buy just for lunch. Your lunch ticket was $500. Like, no, stop putting me in these rooms where everybody we trying to figure out why ain't nobody buying my services because all you around is people who just want stuff for free. They want it for the free ski. And so anyway, so I found out at this audience that everybody paid starting at $500. Cool. Now, I had already pitched myself to speak at this event. I want everybody to please listen to me on this. We're looking for people to come and ask us to speak at their events. Stop. Stop waiting on someone to approve you. Let me give you a little secret. Are y'all ready? You already approved. You know why? Because God said. Like nobody of person, nobody of flesh, shall I say, that bleeds all day is about to tell me whether or not I'm approved to speak in front of his people. What? This ain't your people. You don't own these people. And so I'm not even going in the intention of, oh, well, they may not want me to get in front of their audience. I'm not even speaking that type of negativity into my life. Like, I don't got nothing to do with how you think about people, but these is God's people. And so if I can come and bring value, I'm going to make it so that it's a win-win situation for you. And so when I pitched myself, I say, listen, I want to make this a win-win situation. I need to ask you a question. How do you go about finding your speakers? And they told me there's thing, oh, I look for people for myself. Okay, listen, what if I could give an additional incentive? By the way, do you have VIP? Well, I already know. I know you have VIP tickets. What if I could give an additional incentive to your VIPs? I can give them this, I can give them that. All I want to do is be able to speak for about 10, 15 minutes. Okay, cool. One of the things that I gave to the VIPs was a copy of my book. Because again, I am a marketer. Like, this is the thing. And one thing Deanna always says to me, she's like, Taria, what you really are is you're a genius at marketing. I receive it. I'm a genius, right? And so the book is a tool. And so I said, listen, and then on top of the book, I also gave them like a voucher and stuff. Like, I wanted to make her VIP ticket like even sweeter. And so people that got their VIP tickets, they were like, ooh, I didn't even know I was getting all of this. That's what I wanted her to walk away so that in the next year, she's already like, you got to come back and speak. Now, because I do events, and how many of you guys in here actually do events? Do y'all do events? Right? What'd you say? Just got off a Zoom, baby. Love you. Love for your VP. Okay. Yes, I can't wait to chat too, right? So if you do events, a lot of money goes into doing events, right? Especially good ones, right? And so I never get on somebody's stage, especially if they've worked hard to get people to buy 500 and above tickets. I'm not going to the event trying to come back with immediate return on profits, an immediate return. I'm trying to sow the seed. See, when you're growing an oak tree, you sow the seed for the oak tree, and it takes time for the tree to actually even come from the ground. So because I'm not building shrubs or sowing seeds for a whole lot of shrubs, I'm not looking for immediate return. I know that I am about to nurture these quality leads and they're going to become oak tree returns. Okay. So we're not looking for an overnight return. So I make it so that it is a no brainer opportunity for me to come and speak to your audience. And guess what? You are going to get some people who are going to tell you no. You are going to get some people who are going to leave you on red. You are going to get some people who are going to say, well, maybe next year. Okay, the ones that sound slightways interested too, that's another conversation, but I'm going to still establish and build a relationship with them. I'm still going to, even if I have to, purchase a ticket and be there and then still give them some gifts anyway. Like, I'm going to make sure, especially if it's an audience of quality people, we're not going to be in our feelings. We don't catch feelings. What we do is catch cash. Oh, that was good. We're not catching feelings in 2026. We catching cash.
Here comes the money. Here we go. Money talk. Here comes the money. Money, money, money. Dollar, dollar.
Hey. Dollar, dollar. Somebody repost that joint because that's fly. You know how people say, I don't catch feelings, I catch flights. Well, y'all go get them flights. We catching cash, okay? I don't catch feelings, I catch cash. And so I'm not about to be up in my emotions because they didn't want me to speak. They don't know who I am. Okay, they just spent a whole lot of money putting this event together. So I'm not emotional about it. If they don't want me to come speak, cool. If I know this audience I'm trying to get in front of, baby, I'm buying my ticket. I'ma still come and bring you the gifts. I'm still gonna make sure that I establish a relationship with this person and trust with this person because I'm sowing oak tree seeds. So, anyways, for this event, I also edified someone else that I knew that was speaking, which brought a little bit of familiarity too, right? So they said, sure, we would love for you to come and speak. Absolutely. And by the way, all I need is 10 minutes. I don't need 20, 40, 50 minutes. You give me the mic, I'm going to get leads, period. Because I know how to get people to give me leads, okay? Like quick. You give me 5 minutes. You can give me 5 minutes. I'm gonna walk away with the most leads if everybody in that audience. I'm telling you, the one time where somebody may not want me to come back is because I'm so raw with it, but because I'm also showing up, giving them a win-win situation. They're not gonna be tripping off the fact that I walked away with pretty much everybody's name, email, and phone number in the audience. They're not going to be mad because they know that when Taria comes and speaks, she bringing some stuff. She gonna bring some gifts. So, anyways, I spoke in front of this audience, and I was able to get pretty much started off with my conversation, get the leads, and I also told the VIPs they get an additional bonus from me. And from those leads, now I ended up with about 40 plus leads. It was like 40 to 50 leads. Okay. And so with those leads, I nurtured those leads. I emailed those leads. I texted those leads. I sent voice messages to those leads. I invited them to webinars, all those leads. So let's just put it at a lower tier of 30. Now, at the time, many of you guys remember we used to have a 3-day boot camp, that we did years ago. And at this boot camp, it was $7,000 for you to enroll and come to the boot camp. From those 30 quality leads, people who invested in themselves to be there, we ended up with 10 of them joining our 3-day boot camp. That is how we made $70,000. And I'm gonna ask you a question because I want everybody to understand me when I tell you it don't take a lot. So I walked away with about 40 leads, right? 40 leads. From those 40 leads, I had 10 people who said yes to my boot camp. It took about a good 30 days of nurturing, of, hey, let's get on a call. I did sales calls with them. By the way, everybody that enrolled into that $7,000 package, it wasn't because I sent them a link and they just signed up. No, I still nurtured them and I said, hey, I want to talk to you. Are you free today? And then when I got down to the last couple of spots left, I just started calling the leads. Hey, this is Taria. I'm just leaving you a voicemail. We met at the whatchamacallit event, just seeing if you're free today, wanted to jump on a call. Oh, you know what? I've been meaning to call you back. And from them sales calls, and I did about maybe 20 or so sales calls, I got 10 people that said yes to the $7,000 investment. That was $70,000. Now, my question, I'm telling you, yes, DeHaven, yes, y'all got to come when I'm doing events, unless it's my own event, because when it's my own event, of course, I do it differently. But if I ever get a chance to speak at someone's event, I'll always make sure that they walk away with tons of value from me being there. But I'm going to get the leads. I'm going to get the most leads. I'm telling you, people be like, oh, she is a beast. Yes. Okay. However, I want everybody to put in the chat. I got 10 people to say yes. We'll just lowball it at 30 people that I got as leads. How many people do you think came to this event? How many people do you think, Angie? And let me tell you something. If one person don't know more than anybody in this room right now that the phone still works, I wish I could testify and tell you some of the deals that Angie has been locking in just simply getting on the phone with people. Like, we be so afraid. We think that people about to click a link and join. No, you got to talk to these people about your products. Okay. So I got 30 leads. How many people were in the total audience of this event? I want y'all to put it in the chat. I got 30 leads. That's lowballing because it was really between 30 and 40. I don't remember the exact number. How many people do you think were in this room? And the reason why I'm sharing this is because some of us, we want to go straight to speaking on the stage at InvestFest. Oh, if I can't speak at InvestFest, I don't want to do it. By the way, to speak at InvestFest, you're paying a tremendous amount of money. Just want y'all to know. Like, if y'all don't personally know those fellas, you're going to pay money to speak on InvestFest. If you want to get on a stage in front of a lot of people, we just did a workshop in Atlanta. We had about 60 people in the room. We paid $2,000 to get those 60 people in the room. So it wasn't free. It wasn't that we just put out a little flyer and then 60 people showed up. We actually ended up with about 240 registrations and 60 people showed up to be in the room. You guys are putting all different type of numbers in the chat. I love it. I love it. I love it. And this is important. Let me tell you why this is important. Because you got to start making sure that you're not just throwing things at the wall, hoping that it sticks, y'all. We've got to have strategy. And that's why I'm excited, because next Monday's Book Rich Profits Club call, I'm going to go over a 90-day strategy of what you need to be focusing on for the next 90 days. Because no more just doing stuff. Okay? Like, we don't have time to just wake up and just be kind of casually doing things, okay? So you guys have all different numbers, all ranges. If you answered anywhere near to 50 people, you were correct. 50 people of quality people in the room turned into $70,000 in sales. Do y'all hear me?
Here comes the money. Here we go. Money talk. Here comes the money. Money, money, money. Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar.
Y'all, if somebody don't get me off of Shein, somebody please get me off of Shein, because I be on Shein buying up all this stuff. And then, Shein quality stuff. Like, Shein, they quality is not the way it used to be back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Shein, if anybody remember back in the day when you bought something from Shein, it used to be like quality stuff. They done got real Chinese made. And the stuff be coming all thin. So like, you order stuff and it don't come looking like the way you thought. And so I've been sending stuff back, but I just be like, you know what, let me just keep the credit. And so now I've been ordering all this crap. And I've been sending stuff back, keeping some of the stuff, sending it back. Child, Lord, I just got another delivery. That's all I say. It says the eagle has landed. What did I order? I don't even remember what I ordered. I think I ordered the scripture, some kind of scripture t-shirt. I ordered this Bible t-shirt, and it was a small. This is a small. You see how it's fitting me nice? You know what I'm saying? It's fitting. The small got all big on me. I said, honey, don't y'all know I'm out here in the gym? I'm shooting in the gym, getting fine for the summertime. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need tight shirts. Don't be sending me these baggy smalls. What is that? So anyways, okay, let me get back to what I was talking about. So 50 people. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. I'm about to wrap it up real soon. I'm gonna give y'all the call to action. If y'all need, and by the way, I there are opportunities where you may have to invest. There, right? Shirt be thin. Shirt be thin, y'all. I be putting. It feel like I don't got nothing on. Okay. By the way, the shirt was $5, so you already know. At this point, I just don't know what else to get. I'm just ordering random things. Like Taria, chill out. You're doing too much. Okay. Oh, you know what? Hold up. Hold on one sec, y'all. I'm about to share my screen because I haven't used my gadgets in a while. It's gadget time. Go gadget. Let me pull up my YouTube so I can make sure that y'all can see my screen though. Let me pull up my gadgets. Cause I need y'all to wrap y'all head around, like, we don't need to be focused. Like, everybody want the big deal. Like, I want the big stage. Some of y'all could have already made you $100,000 for the year if you just focused on getting you on quality stages. Like, what are we talking about? Yes, Angie, $5. It's now the $5 shirt. I was wearing one yesterday. So if y'all was on the BPC call yesterday, I had one of my $5 Sheen shirts. Child. It was cute though. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't that bad, but it was just too big. I was like, this is not a small. Okay, so hopefully, let me make sure y'all can see my screen. Let me make sure y'all can see the screen. Productivity. Notability. Do I still even got access to it? Hold on. Is it sharing my screen? Oh, it's sharing the screen share. Yes, it is. Okay. So I was able to find a speaking engagement. By the way, for all the people who submitted their information, right? That was 30 people. Remember, I'm just going to do it at 30 people. So for those people, 30 people, and it cost me on average about $5 to print and ship a book. So 30 times 5, what is that? $150? Okay. $150. This was a local event, so I didn't have to pay anything on room and accommodations or none of that. But $150. I'm changing the color because I feel like we should be writing in a different color, child. We need to be writing it. What is that? Yeah, is this a marker? Or is this pen? I want to write in money green. Okay, so I spent $150, and then because she was already hooking me up, I also said I'm gonna do a billboard campaign. So one lucky person is going to win a billboard, which is about a $750 starting at price point. It doesn't cost us $750, but it does cost us some money because we have to design the sites, we have to pay for it to be aired. Like, it costs money. So I'm still a little bit out of pocket, but because I didn't have to travel and pay for none of that, and I didn't have to pay to speak, I am going to actually add up some stuff so that what I would have paid, I'm still going to get the money back. Yes or yes? So I spent $150. We also are giving away a $750 billboard. I think I had like a couple of other kits. Let's just say some additional bonuses, some kits for the VIPs, and that might have maybe cost me like an additional $200. Okay, so $150, $750 plus $200. Right? Is everybody still with me? Right? So hopefully everybody's still with me. So for that, I was able to get in front of 50 people who on average paid at least $500 plus room and board, right? So, and flights. So these people on average spent about $1,500 to be in the room. Some spent more because they were VIP. From those 50 people, I invited everybody to get on my list. I got about 30 people. It was more than that, but 30 people on my email list. Now, from that, one of the things that I like to do as well is when I do get a list, I like to do an immediate invite to a sales call, aka discovery session. Now, I don't tell them it's called a discovery session. This is another thing. Y'all be trying to, hey, would you like to get on a discovery session? Child, they know that means sales call. No. I'm just gonna say, are you free to get on the line today? That's what we doing. Like, I don't need to call it a discovery call. And that's another thing. I'm not about to pitch y'all. I'm not getting on a stage and telling everybody, hey, if you go ahead and submit your information, you can get a free discovery call with me. No, I don't want a free discovery call from you. I do like one of your books though. Give me one of them books for free for the free ski. Okay. So as soon as they get on my email list, I'm inviting them by a text message. Hey, are you free to get on the phone today? That's literally how my message is going to look. Are you free to get on the phone today? I wish I could show y'all, but it's going to show people phone numbers. We have a software that we make available to all of our elite and above members. I'm literally about to do that today. I just left an amazing luncheon in New York where all of these women make at least $250,000 a year. At most, with the exception of maybe one or two, but everybody made at least $250,000 a year. Many of them already making over $1 million. I am going to send them a text message today that's literally going to say, are you free to get on the phone? I'm not sending no dissertation. These are already quality leads. I don't need to pre-qualify them. I don't need to try to explain. I don't need to do none of that. They already heard from me. I want to get on the phone. What you doing today? Let's talk. Okay? So they're going to get immediate, but also they're going to get nurtured into an email series where they're going to get an email per day. They may get a text message, but that's not going to be per day. That might be like, what I'm learning is like with too many text messages, right? So per week, because I don't want them to unsubscribe. I might give them one text. They're going to get a voice message. Our software allows you to send a voice message without even ringing. It'll kind of like ring half one time, and then it sends them a pre-recorded voice message. They're going to get on my list. And from those 30 people, I had 20 people schedule a call. From those 20 people, which generally is my number, I'm able to close at least 50% of my discovery calls, aka sales calls. Guess what? 10 people said yes. Of those 10 people, I had from that number, it wasn't all of them paid in full. I think about 6 of them paid in full. And then the other 4 did a payment plan. 3 payments. One event where I spent $200, so that's $350, and then I gave away a $750 banner. So was that 7, 8, 9, 10? So that's $1,100. $1,100 investment turned into a $7,000 sale. I mean $70,000 in sales. So that's what, 68,900 in profit. Hello. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? How many of y'all are ready to go speak in front of 50 people? Like, we don't need 100. We don't need 1,000. We don't need none of that. We just need to get in front of some quality people that are looking for the transformation we provide. Your book is your marketing tool. Are y'all with me? Let me tell you something. Because we had one of our members yesterday. We have our Monday night calls. We do a Monday call every month, a call every Monday night. And one of our members asked a very good question because, again, we live in a social media age, and he was asking about book talk. On TikTok, they got a community called Book Talk. And these are authors who are on there reading from their book and stuff. And I do recommend that, on your social media platforms and things like that, you should be definitely like reading from your book and stuff like that, all the good things. But the people that I notice on the Book Talk community, baby, every time, like, I ain't been on TikTok in weeks, but I guarantee you, and mind you, I haven't been on TikTok in weeks, but in the past 3 months, I've made and this is with me and my partners combined, but what we're doing and how we're transforming, But just me by myself, I've made more than what most people make in a year, earning 6 figures a year. And I ain't been on TikTok in weeks. We be worried about the wrong stuff. And now I'm telling you guys, like, we're hiring so many people into the community. We're getting more people on more, like, it's just so much stuff that we are working on right now. Like, some of y'all gonna be like, yo, I am so booked and busy, Taria. Exactly. That's the goal. We need everybody booked and busy out here in these streets. So he was like, so what you think about Book Talk? I was like, well, Book Talk, every time I log into TikTok, the people that's on Book Talk, they always post it. Like, they got to post every day. They live every day. It's some days right now because I got a filter on. I ain't got no makeup on. I don't feel like putting on makeup every day. I am a tomboy. I like t-shirts and tights and jeans, and I don't feel like putting on mascara every day all day. Okay? And so I'm just telling you, I'm not about to be on TikTok every single day pushing and pandling to make $100 a day or whatever they might make, $200 a day. No, if we leverage these, and I'm not telling you not to leverage social media, because yes, you leverage it, but the goal should be, I need you to be on, what stage do you plan on being on in April? How can you get in front of 50 quality people in the month of April? Because being on TikTok every day,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
did y'all hear me?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I don't. Nothing. My my friends that are multimillionaires that are on TikTok every day, they not the ones on TikTok. It's their staff. They the one, the staff is posting. Does that make sense? Like, the staff is posting. They not posting every day. And if they streaming like Myron Golden, if anybody knows who Myron Golden is, he was one of my first coaches. Matter of fact, I was sitting here looking at one of his books I got years ago. And this is his book. And as I always tell y'all, you should do when you get printed on these articles, you need to print them out. Like, look. Anybody know who Old Patriot News is? Most of y'all, the Patriot News, y'all don't know who that is. But guess what? He printed this out, included it with his book that I purchased. But I had bought Myron's coaching program back in 2009. At the time, it was 10 grand. Now I don't even know, like, to get on the phone with Myron, you just to get on a one-on-one, you probably got to pay him like $50,000 just to get on a one-on-one session with Myron. But anyways, Myron has a video. I swear he do Bible study every day, like almost every day. He does book training and everything. But Myron don't do none of that. Myron just sits down and says, "Okay, y'all got it, record," and then he just talk. So for those the millionaires that I know that stream a lot, they not streaming. They just sitting down and doing what they do. They have an entire staff. And so my thing is this, let's hurry up and get on one stage for one time, make an offer where people get on our ecosystem, email them, follow up, and make some sales calls and get to the bag. Like, I'm not going live every day, and I'm trying to, girl, what? I'm trying to settle down. I ain't got time to be telling my future husband, oh, babe, I gotta go live real quick. No, he's trying to be cuddled and cuddled up with me. Well, he might be busy too, because my man gonna be busy. But when we get time for each other, I ain't got time to be telling him it's 10 o'clock. I need to, or it's 1 a.m. because they be telling you to go live on TikTok at 1 in the morning. Oh, who doing that? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Baby, I am not doing that. And this is no shade to anybody who does. I'm just telling you, like, the people that I know that make money on these social media, they be online every day. They love it. They love it. I just don't love it enough. I hate, y'all see, people be like, girl, you post all the time. That's only because I'll be like, let me post a doggone video real quick. 9 times out of 10, my video, because, I'm just going to be in the car. I forget all the times when I done dressed up to go somewhere and I'm looking real cute. I don't never record a video for that because I be in the moment. I'm out here trying to live my life. I'm not out here trying to be stressed about I need to go post on 5-6 times a day. No, let me find 2-3 events where I can get in front of 50 quality people. I do one workshop a month. That's what we do with Book Rich Profits Club. We do one webinar a week. Where's my webinar queen, the Keisha C. Williams in the house? We do one webinar per week. Every webinar we do, we walking away with several people who are investing into a blueprint session. That blueprint session, we give people the option to upgrade to the next level. Like, we have a whole system in place to the point where I be telling the fellas, I be like, yo, I don't know what to do. They be like, girl, did you say you trying to settle down? Go figure it out. I'm not about to be live on social media every day. I don't got time for it. So anyways, I pray, y'all. I pray that this training helped you. Again, I have some speaking engagements myself that are available coming up. We are looking for speakers. We have an event called Ignite to Profits. I think I'm down to like 1 or 2 more spots left. Yep, here goes Keisha. She told you once per week. Oh, I can't do one. Y'all, let me tell you something. One a week. But yet we'll go and work a job for 40, 50 hours a week. And no disrespect, because the blessing is to be gainfully employed. If you have a job today that is paying you money so that you can sustain your life, that is a huge blessing. But we will still give 40 hours to someone else instead of contributing 5 hours a day toward our business. Oh, that's too much. I literally had someone one day when I was asking them, I said, so what is your income goal? They said, well, I said, I always ask in 90 days, if you work with us, let's just say you start April the 1st, 90 days, where do you want to be at per month? They say quick too, with the quickness, because some of us, we done heard people say it so much, we just throw out numbers nowadays. They said, I want to make $100,000 a month. Okay, cool. What's your premium product? What you selling? Oh, well, I'm working on. Okay, cool. Well, how much you want to sell it for? I'm thinking like $500. That's the first red flag. $500 for your premium to make $100,000 a month is a lot of premium products. It's a lot. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing, I said, well, how much time are you willing to dedicate? Because if you're only selling a $500 product, in order to make $100,000 a month, if somebody want to pull out a calculator, just drop it in the chat. Take $100,000, or some of y'all are whiz kids. I don't know how to do nothing without a calculator no more. But take $100,000 and divide it by $500. So 100,000 divided by 500 is, what is that? It should be easier. So we take 100,000, we do 10,000, take away a zero, that's 50. We do 1,000, take away a zero, that's 5. So 10 into 5 times 2, that's 200 clients. You see what I just did? See, I knew I know how to. Thank you, Tiffany. I knew I know how to calculate it, but we so used to stuff happening so quick, child. 200 people a month got to sign up for your program. So when I asked them, I said, well, how many hours are you willing to dedicate towards making $100,000? They said, I got about 10 hours a month. Make it make sense, Linda. You got 10 hours a month? I said, how many hours you work on your job? Well, that's the thing, because, I work full time. I said, so do you make $100,000 a month on your job? Do you even make that a year for 40 hours a week? Now, they did make $100,000 a year, but it's like we're so used to hearing people throw out, $100,000 a month and we've become so kind of like in a space of like la la land. Like, do you understand what type of work you have to put in to sell 200 programs, courses, retreats per month? That means in April, you got to sell 200. In May, you got to sell 200. In June, you got to sell 200. You know how many leads you got to have coming in just to make 200 sales? That is a lot. And so, like, we have to be realistic here. But I'm telling you, you set up the right products, the right transformation. And let me just also clear your head with this. I said I was about to go, but I'm really about to go now. It is just money, y'all. Oh, I feel bad about y'all. It's just money. Like, it's not like money. You get it. You get more of it. That's why I'm not about to be on the news all day long watching and them talking about how the economy about to drop. We about to get to the bag. It's money. Money was created by man. This is not real. Y'all, I said I was going to stop going off. This is ADHD, by the way, just in case y'all don't know what that looks like. This is what it looks like. I'll be all over the place. One time I gave my nephew one of these. It's like plated, it's gold plated, but it's not real. I gave my nephew this. Y'all, why he took it to school and try to use it. He tried to use it. He took it to school and tried to use it. They was clowning him. I felt so bad. The kids was clowning him like, boy, that is not real money. I was just giving it to him because I thought it was going to be like, something for him to look at. It was really cool. I should have told him like, baby, this is not real money. So please, he done took it to school and thought it was real. But this was created by man. Like a man actually does, or woman designed this. Person of flesh designed this design. They put Benjamin Franklin on the middle. They put this 100 here. They determined how much this would get us in exchange for something else. Man made this. Man. The one thing though that we fail to remember though is that what is most valuable is our time. And that is given to us by God. God creates time. Man made this up. But what we do is we put man-made higher than our time. Some of you guys are sitting on so much experience and transformation, the person that you've had to become, the experiences that you've had to endure. And we feel bad about charging man-made product for something that nobody can pay you for. Can nobody pay you enough money for you to go back in time and change what you had to endure? Can nobody pay you enough for the experiences that you've learned of now how you can help somebody else from not having to go down that route? There's no amount of money. I'm talking to the lady today. We did a blueprint session. She was married for 30 years. Started investing into herself and learning development and realized that she had no idea this whole time she was in an abusive relationship. She started to elevate and grow. Well, doggone it, it don't matter how much more money she invested to another program, she can't get that 30 years back. So you're not about to tell me that my 30 years, 40 years, 50 years of experience is less valuable than something that man made. The same program that you're trying to charge $500 for, there's people that's over here paying $50,000 for. Now, I want to tell you this. To get to the 50, you do have to have some experience. You got to learn how to perfect your program, grow it, and all the things. But the truth is that all of us and I be having to tell myself, I met someone the other day, they telling me they paid for a 2-day event $60,000. Are you Taria? Wait a minute. Here you go again. Giving money more value than your time. $60,000. And it didn't come with it was a nice retreat resort location and stuff. At most, they might have paid $5,000 per person to come to this thing. Like that's what their expense was. It might have been $5,000 per person. These people have paid $60,000. Well, plus about $5,000. Because if you think about it, it costs $100,000 for this person to come and speak. It might have been a little bit more, maybe $10,000. So I'm profiting $50,000 per person. 20 people are there for a weekend retreat. There are people who will invest into your transformation, but you've got to start putting yourself around people who understand that. Stop getting around these low level, low energy, not having negativity, free before 11. Oh, it's a scam. Why are you doing all of this type of people? I'd rather be by my god doggone self before you put me around anybody that as soon as I get on the phone, the first thing they telling me about is who ain't doing what and what happened and why this is this way. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be around you. And this is not because I don't love you, because I do. But for the purpose that God has me here, I can't even afford to keep devaluing my value in this place. It is just money. It's just, so charge your worth. And if you're not sure what that worth should be, it's okay to start somewhere and grow, but we're not going to keep staying there. We're not going to keep staying there. You get in front of an audience, you talk to 50 people, your program, you sell it for 10K, you just made, 5 people, you just made $50,000. Get in front of the right people. Alex Hermosi said, if you want to make money fast, solve rich people's problems. And the crazy thing about rich people is they got the same exact problems as broke people. It's just at a higher level. They, you know how they say new levels, new devils? Well, the devils is still the same. It's just at a different level. So I'm done. That's my TED Talk. How to speak on morestages.com. Go to that site. If you're already a part of the Book Rich Profits Club community, just be on Monday night. We're going to go over some strategy. I am looking for some speakers, though. We have our Ignite to Profits event coming up. I think I have 1 or 2 spots left. So if you want to be a part of that, this event, we're going to be streaming the event as well. So it's not just going to be an in-person event with about it's going to be about 75 to 100 people in person, but we're going to be streaming this to all of our network of people in Dubai and Ghana, all the multiple countries, Canada, et cetera, et cetera. There is an investment required, okay? There is an investment required. However, when you are investing into opportunities to speak on stage, when you have a follow-up game like the way your girl do, you understand that this is just marketing for your business. Either you do your own event and get 75 to 100 people in the room, or you invest into someone that you know that's going to get you in front of an audience. You know that's going to help you to make some capital. You know that's going to teach you how to be able to follow up and do all the things. So how to speak on morestages.com. I'll make sure anybody that subscribes and registers for this free masterclass today, I'll also send you details on if you want to be a speaker. I am going to reach out and ask, would you like to get on a call today? And just know on that call, I'm identifying what it is that you want to speak about, but I'm also identifying if this is a good fit for you. I do not hard close nobody. I don't have to convince nobody to do what it is that we're doing because we are certified out here in these streets. And so I love you guys. I appreciate you. I pray that this brought some value to you. It was nice being back on the live stream. I plan to be back, y'all. We're going to be, listen, we working on this. I can't wait to tell y'all some of these stories about these contractors out here in Atlanta, honey. I'm going to have a live stream just telling y'all, like, let me tell you what happened today. But it was a pleasure to be here. I miss streaming. I miss being on here. And again, if just one person received value today, then guess what? I did my job, because that one person may go out there and impact 100,000 people. And all praise be to God. I am grateful. All right, y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.